Ian is now a Category 1, losing power over Florida, but not before causing catastrophic damage along Florida's west coast as it made landfall as a Category 4 hurricane. Just take a look at this. Boats thrown from the water and piled up on land. Here's what we know right now. ABC News is reporting at least 9 people are dead in Florida. There's almost 1 million people without power in the Tampa Bay area, 2.5 million without power statewide. Thousands of people in Florida are trapped right now, with more than 500 people rescued in 2 counties so far. President Biden approving a disaster proclamation for Florida, making federal funding available. Now, the videos from southern Florida just keep coming. A sheriff's office tweeting this video showing damage from the air, at least 1 house on fire. Along the beach, buildings demolished. This is near Fort Myers, which took the brunt of Hurricane Ian. Now, back on the ground, this video shows the Times Square of Fort Myers along the beach covered in debris. It is a long cleanup process ahead for these residents and business owners. Meanwhile, further inland, the Orange County Sheriff's Office is driving through high water to rescue people and pets in and around Orlando. The Sheriff's Office posting these videos and pictures to Facebook saying they have a specially made vehicle for this kind of water. Meteorologist Taylor Canoes joining us now. Taylor, this destruction from everywhere you look in Florida, especially along the west coast, those aerials are just heartbreaking.
Yeah, really hard to watch, and unfortunately we're probably just going to keep discovering more and more just how rough this storm was. And we're not done with the storm just yet. It's moving out of Florida, but there are other parts of the southeast U.S. that will be dealing with this over the next couple of days. Thankfully, it's exiting Florida because not only was the storm surge and the wind catastrophic, but we have had significant rain totals across central Florida over the past couple of days, with widespread rain totals stretching from south of Tampa all the way up to Orlando and Daytona Beach of over a foot of rainfall. So that's just another factor, is inland flooding across much of the state of Florida. Thankfully, again, this rain finally moving offshore. Ian has strengthened back to a Category 1 storm this afternoon as it moves back over the Atlantic Ocean. It's going to tap into some of that warm water and stay Category 1 strength, or at least expected to stay that strength overnight tonight. We still have wind gusts in the 30 to 45 mile per hour range around Savannah, Jacksonville, back down toward Daytona Beach. This is expected to track northward overnight tonight and then make another landfall near Charleston, South Carolina around midday on Friday, and it is expected to be a Category 1 when it does so. And then finally it will weaken to eventually tropical storm and then tropical depression levels as we head into Friday night and Saturday. We're going to have the gusty winds, the heavy rain in the Carolinas, and then also some storm surge. Could be upwards of 7 feet as it makes landfall near Charleston during the day tomorrow. But of course, that's not the first landfall we've seen with Ian. It made landfall yesterday on the west side of Florida and caused that catastrophic damage. For more perspective on that landfall and kind of the historic perspective in general, we'll toss it over to Chief Meteorologist Brad Edwards.
All right, thanks, Taylor. Yeah, this was an unbelievable storm out there, but it has happened before. Look back at this. Charlie in 2004 almost hit the same area, and it was a Category 4 as well. But Charlie was not as big as this storm. Let's take a closer look as we zoom into this area, and you can see it is basically this area right here, right into the Fort Myers area, Port Charlotte. It was the same area in 2004 that was hit by this Charlie, and it was a smaller hurricane, but it was a very powerful one. Now, in the recent years, we've had several major hurricanes make landfall: Harvey, Laura, Ida, Michael, Ian, and then Irma here, all in the last 6 years or so. And what's interesting about that is we've had 6 hurricanes, major hurricanes, hit the Gulf Coast in the last 6 years. But that's an increase because the 50 years before that, 54 exactly, we've only had 6 that whole time for 54 years. So there has been an increase of landfalling hurricanes, the major ones hitting the Gulf Coast.
Brad, thank you. The power of Hurricane Ian can be seen on the way to Sanibel Island in Florida. Take a look at this. Ian destroyed the road in and out of the island, even causing a portion of the causeway to collapse. Now, that is the only way for vehicles to enter or exit Sanibel. It is a truly powerful hurricane. Meanwhile, Hurricane Ian rescue operations began last night as the U.S. Coast Guard hit the air. Now, take a look at these pictures here. One crew saved 7 lives as people were stranded on boats, including one that seemed to have landed in brush or short trees, and another that had started to capsize.